here to do a really quick, less than 5 minute update on the Forex session. We're going to look at what potential breakout opportunities we might have and roll from there. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, news. We always want to double check and see what high impact news is coming up, or if there's anything that's occurring through the day that might need to cause us to alter our trading plan. Especially if there's news in the first 15, 20 minutes of the day, 30 minutes of the day, we might want to just simply wait and then place our breakout trade post news. Today there's a lot of news, but there's nothing that's really high impact, so nothing to worry about here as far as anything that's tremendously market impactful that would cause us to need to step away and exit the market altogether. So with that said, we can go ahead and jump over here, see what's going on, see what trading opportunities exist. The pound, once again, is a very volatile currency. We've seen it, being heavily bought. We've seen it being heavily sold. Lots of movement in the pound. There's a lot going on still around the Brexit, and unfortunately, a lot of news there that drives. Can potentially drive moves. What we don't want to do is, since we're trading fairly short term, is we're not looking at this and trying to make determinations around what direction is going to go long term. We're in on a 5-minute chart, looking for what's happening right now today. That's all we're worried about. So as far as speculation as to what's happening with the pound over the long term, totally irrelevant, right? We just want to know what currencies are moving right now that we can potentially pair together and then take advantage of, right? So that's what we're gonna. That's why we just look at what news is coming up and determine if we want to be in or be out, and don't give a whole lot of credence to what the actual news is, because we're flat, within a few minutes anyway. So with that said, what is going on? What currencies are moving? Well, obviously the pound is moving. And there may be some opportunities here in the pound. I mean, if we look over and look at our currencies that the pound is paired with, you've got pound CAD, excuse me. We've got the, excuse me, the pound CAD over here. So let's do this. If we looked at the pound CAD, it's moved 130 pips on the day. Its average is about 145 to 100 call it 60. So not a great opportunity here. Is there potential for movement? Yeah. Maybe more potential for a reversal on this one. We did trade the pound CAD yesterday, by the way. We had our breakout on that one in the morning. Let's just have a look at that. We can see where we had our breakout, looking at the bottom of this breakout box here. And we can see that pound CAD did end up going short yesterday. Today, I don't really see a lot of opportunity. If we look at the pound CAD, 130 pips on 145 to 100, call it 55 probably-ish, 160 range. Potential, and it can certainly continue moving on. If the pound continues to be heavily bought into the new session, this could just keep moving up. But we talk about law of averages and what's the likelihood of it. So maybe not as great of as an opportunity there as others might be. We look here in kind of in the middle as we're coming into the new session, our euro versus the Canadian, it's probably a lot more potential. CAD versus the dollar, a little more potential. I mean, CAD versus the dollar, or US CAD is the pairing. But CAD moving to strength, dollar continue to move to weakness. And that's only moved 30 pips on the day, averages into the 70 to 80 pip range. So US CAD, looking kind of here in the middle at opportunity, may have a little more opportunity for us. The euro versus the CAD, euro versus the yen, maybe a little more opportunities over here. I really like to stick to currencies that are actually being actively traded. Yen is a very volatile currency, paired with the euro, paired with the pound, but it's not its active market session right now. And while there is movement, I'd prefer to stick to like a euro yen, like a euro CAD or a US CAD, so on and so forth. So anyway, with that said, looking here in the middle, you've got the euro and the CAD that are potential opportunities as well. CAD has been selling off over the last couple of hours now, and coming into the new session, that might be our opportunity here. We've only moved 40 pips, and the average is closer to 85 and 90, so we're about half what its typical range would be. So is euro versus the CAD certainly is looking like a legitimate opportunity for us as well. So US CAD and Euro CAD, both opportunities for us. I think there's probably more volatility with the Euro versus the CAD. Right now, they're both trading right together, but the volume indicator indicates that we may be looking at continued selling here. So what I would look for, you can approach this in two ways. You can either just bracket the order once the new market session begins, the breakout box paints. You can do both a buy and a sell and trade whichever direction it ends up breaking out in. But if we're trading really based on currency strength, the currency strength is indicating that we'd like to see the euro continuing to sell off and the CAD continuing to buy against it, which is the direction that the volume detail supports as well. So we'd be looking at continued shorts on the euro CAD. So we'd want to go short or sell the euro versus the CAD on a breakout. So that's the tradable opportunity there as the new box, and at least what I'm looking at this morning. All right, so there you have it. I will come back in just a bit and we'll talk about the futures market. But as the new market session begins, that euro versus the CAD will be the one I'm watching, and we'll look at a short opportunity here to see how that plays out. All right, have a great day, and